Hello friends, welcome back to this session with me Sawan Kumar, and today's story is about you get what you give. You must have heard of this, the law of karma. You always get what you give. You get what you give. That is what the law of karma is, and this story is on that. So once upon a time, as the story always starts, there was a farmer and a baker. The farmer used to sell butter to the baker to bake his breads. The farmer used to sell butter to the baker. One particular day, the baker thought of weighing the butter. Normally, the baker never bothered to weigh the butter, and he just paid him off. So one day, the baker decided to weigh as to if the farmer was honest and is giving him the exact amount of butter that he is paying for. So when he weighed the butter was not accurate. So he used to buy a pound of butter, but when he weighed the butter, it was less than 1 pound. So now the baker and the farmer got into a fight, and the fight went to the court, the judge. When the fight goes to the court, it's really bad. Now, the judge asked the farmer, "Did you do this? Is it really true what the baker is claiming to be?" The farmer said, "Sir, I'm a primitive man. I come from the farming background. I do not have ways to measure. So what I used to do was, long before I bought or I sold butter to the baker, I used to buy a pound of bread from him. And from the bread that I bought from him, or I still buy from him, I weigh the butter and give it to him." So I know that you got what I want to say. So it was not the farmer's fault. It was not the farmer who was cheating the baker, but it was actually the baker who was giving less weight of bread, saying it's a pound of bread. He was maybe giving in 0.9 or 0.8 pounds, and that is what he was getting back when the farmer was using that 1 pound of bread to weigh 1 pound of butter. So the farmer said and requested, "Sir, if there is somebody who is at fault, if there is somebody who has cheated, is the baker himself and not me. So he should be fined. He should be given the punishment." So the story, I believe in itself, is extremely clear to us. Somehow the baker got what he gave. Somehow he would have even thought of that he would get something back in this way. Most of the times in our life, we do not think of it. We do not think of how things come back to us. This entire universe is about balance. It is always about balance. Everything that happens here is about balance. If there is a profit, somewhere there has to be a loss. If the water evaporates, there has to have a rain. So there's always an equilibrium. There is always balance. So you will always be getting what you give. You cannot avoid. You cannot think that you can hide yourself behind something and do something and you won't get what you gave. It is not gonna happen. The universe law is always to keep things in equilibrium. It is always to keep things in balance, and it will always be balanced. So do not try to hide. Do not think that if I do something somewhere, that would not be known, that would not come. But you know that you did something wrong, and it is going to come back to you. Always have this in mind. Whenever you do anything, always have this in mind that whatever you are going to do, it is going to come back to you.